You've probably driven down a Fulton Road or a Fulton Street. Maybe it was this week. Maybe it was today. Maybe it was yesterday. And like most people, you probably didn't even think twice about the name. It's just Fulton Road or Fulton Street. But what if I told you that the man that it's named after didn't just build something very important? He changed how America moved forever. And in the process, quietly wiped out entire ways of life. Welcome back, everybody, to another Street Sign Storytime where I drive all over this world. Well, mostly this county because of sport events and stuff. Maybe someday I'll travel all across the world, but hey, we have the internet and anybody can watch this throughout the world and make recommendations. And this one was recommended, and hopefully we do it justice. And this one's pretty interesting. You're about to learn something, so buckle up. It's now time to dig into Fulton Street, Street Sign Storytime. Robert Fulton. That's the name behind Fulton Street and most Fulton roads. And if you've ever heard of him, it's probably in the most basic way possible. Hey, he's the steamboat guy. Nice, clean, simple. But history has a funny way of sanding down the rough edges, doesn't it? Because Fulton wasn't just some quiet inventor tinkering away in a workshop. He was ambitious, he was calculated, and he was fully aware that what he was building was going to pretty much change everything. Because before Fulton's steamboat, travel, it wasn't just slow, it was unpredictable. If you were moving goods or people along rivers, you were at the mercy of wind, currents, weather. Flatboats, they drifted. Sailboats, they struggled upstream, and entire industries existed around this system. Ferry operators, canal workers, dock laborers, small transport businesses. I mean, this wasn't just transportation. This was people's livelihoods and generations of it. In 1807, Robert Fulton launched the Claremont on the Hudson River. And this is where the story usually gets told like a triumph. A brilliant invention that changed the world. And I mean, yeah, it did. I mean, this, the Claremont, it could travel upstream. It's pretty cool, and it could travel consistently, reliably, and that had never been done like this before. Suddenly, distance didn't matter the same way anymore. Time didn't matter the same way. And just like that, it appeared that the rules were gone. But here's the part that I don't feel like anybody puts on the street sign. When something revolutionary shows up, something else disappears. Steamboats, they didn't just improve transportation, they actually made the older systems obsolete. Flatboat workers, well, there was less needed. Independent ferry operators, they were struggling to compete. Entire local economies that relied on slow, labor-heavy travel, gone. Or they were forced to adapt, and a lot of them, they didn't have the financial backbone to keep up. And it wasn't, some slow transition over decades. It happened fast, uncomfortably fast. The kind of change that makes people a little bit nervous. The kind that makes people angry. See, people didn't like change even back in the 1800s. Nowadays, we just have to read all about it on the Book of Faces. Anyways, but here's where things get a little interesting, because Robert Fulton wasn't seen the same way by everyone. To some, he was a genius. He was a visionary. He was a man dragging America into the future. But to others, he was the guy who just made their job disappear. Sound familiar? It should, because we've seen this kind of story before, and we're seeing it again right now. Think about it. Uber shows up. Bye-bye, taxi industry. Streaming shows up. Bye-bye, video stores. AI shows up. People start asking some uncomfortable questions. And AI is eliminating quite a few jobs right now. I mean, it's the same pattern. It's just a different century. Robert Fulton didn't just invent something. He became one of the earliest examples of what we now call disruption. So why do we honor him? I mean, why does his name end up on streets all over New York and beyond? Because history tends to celebrate the winners, the people who push things forward, the ones who change the game. But it doesn't always stop to tell you who got left behind in the progress. So the next time you drive down Fulton Road, maybe you'll see a band, practicing in a garage. But I want you to remember, it's not just a name. It's a reminder that progress always comes with a cost, that every breakthrough changes someone's life, for better or for worse. And that sometimes, The most ordinary places have the most overlooked stories. If you've got a street near you that always made you wonder, drop it in the comments, because the chances are there's a story behind it, and it's probably not the one you think. It's not the one that your grandparents told you about. Let me dive into it. But that's all we got. I gotta hit the road and find another street. Yeah, all right. Take care, everybody. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.